Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for April 7th through the 11th show that Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, exposes Kristina Corinthos, Kate Mansi, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, intervenes. Starting on Monday, April 7th, Season 62, Episode 145 of General Hospital. We have Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, lashing out at Kristina Corinthos, Kate Mansi, and telling her that she went too far and she needs to pay for what she did. I agree. Also, Ava Jerome, Maura West, shares some information that she got, but she's also grilling Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, on Monday, who asks her why Ava is asking all of these questions. Remember, at the end of the week, Ava Jerome, Maura West, found out the brake lines on Rick Weber, formerly Chris Robinson's, SUV were cut, so she is trying to mull it all over and figure out why it was done and what this means. Ava Jerome, Maura West, may tell Rick Weber, formerly Chris Robinson, about the cut brake lines, but does she have a suspect in mind? Does she understand that this is because he was in her parking space? Meanwhile, on Monday, Rick Weber, formerly Chris Robinson, remembers something about the accident, but who is he telling? Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, and Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, get some alarming news as the week starts on General Hospital. Brennan, Charles Mazur, had promised Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, he would make sure that Valentine Casadine, James Patrick Stewart, is safe while he is at Steinmer Prison. And Brennan, Charles Mazur, confirms yes, Valentine Casadine, James Patrick Stewart, is just fine. But Brennan, Charles Mazur, has some information for Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, and says that she's the one who's actually in trouble, not Valentine. Meanwhile, Kay, Jen's Austin Astrup, has an offer for Trina Robinson, Tabian Ali, that tempts her, and she wonders why she should miss out on doing something she loves. It sounds like they're talking about an act for the nurses' ball, because if you remember, Trina Robinson, Tabian Ali, and Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, sang together before. I think the last time they had a nurses' ball, they did a cute little song. Lucy Coe, Lynn Herring, is busy making her plans for the nurses' ball and will not slow down as she works her way through Port Charles, hassling everybody about showing up, donating, and performing. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, talks to Jason Morgan, Steve Burton. Things get weird. She showed up at Carly Corinthos Spencer's, Laura Wright, house on Friday, back supposedly from Easter Island, but we know she was at WSB training. As it turns out, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, has been to Easter Island, and it sounds like he may be suspicious because her cover story may not match the reality of what he knows from having been there. Tuesday's General Hospital, April 8th, Season 62, Episode 146, Ava Jerome, Maura West, sees the opportunity to score some big bucks. Now the question is, if you know, obviously, it's not a manufacturer defect, they can't sue the vehicle. So I wonder if Ava Jerome, Maura West, is going to realize that Kristina Corinthos, Kate Mansi, did this since she can blackmail the money out of Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, or out of Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn. We'll see. Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, is missiled on Tuesday, and I wonder if it's by Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson. I wonder if Kristina Corinthos, Kate Mansi, somehow persuaded him to stay quiet, because he definitely seems interested in exposing Kristina's role in this accident. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, opens up to Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, and I wonder if she's going to talk to her about Rick Weber, formerly Chris Robinson, and any suspicions about Kristina. Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Lo Cicero, tries to play peacemaker. Maybe that's between Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, and the Qs. Maybe it's between somebody else, because Lulu Spencer, Alexa Heavens, and Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, are bickering at the stables. So, Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Lo Cicero, may find them in the middle of a fight and try to smooth things over. At some point this week, it looks like this week or next, is when Lulu Spencer, Alexa Heavens, finally confesses to Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, that she still loves him. Wednesday, April 9th, episode 147 of the current season. Kristina Corinthos, Kate Mansi, is pleading with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, and maybe she's asking him to get his heart surgery. Or maybe she's looking for some help covering up what she did to Rick Webber, formerly Chris Robinson's car. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, midweek is thrown for a loop, so she may be brought into this whole Kristina cutting Rick's break. Josh Kelly puts some pressure on Lulu Spencer, Alexa Heavens. And this is probably about what's going on with her and Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna. Sidwell, Carlo Rota, offers a job to someone on General Hospital. Now, I don't know if it's going to be Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, since he already paid her off, and she seems to be happy working at the Quartermaines. And his son's in town trying to get that job at Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, and Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, law firm, and Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, has already got a job, so very interested to see who he's trying to employ. I'm still wondering if it might be Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, because he's her first assignment. We'll see. Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, has a warning for Lara, and it may be about Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson's influence over Kay, Jen's Austin Astrup. Thursday, April 10th, Season 62, Episode 148. Van briefs Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, on General Hospital. Looks like he is talking to her about her first mission. That guy is cute. I mean, obviously, I think that's going to be her first, love interest after everything blew up, and she lost Dex Heller, Evan Hofer. We'll see. He's a very, very nice-looking guy. Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, has a plan, and she makes a pitch to Laura Spencer, Jenny Francis. And this may be about the Sidwell thing. I'm guessing it's not about the nurse's ball, but it could be. Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, confesses something to Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. Is she going to come clean that Sidwell is her ex-husband? Remember, he threatened Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, if she told Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, or the Deception ladies that they were married. And it sounds like that Natalia actually did Sidwell dirty, like maybe she cheated on him or something like that. He's pretty salty and says she destroyed their family, and she didn't deny it, so there's obviously some intense backstory there. Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, warns someone, maybe Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson. Again, maybe Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, and Nena has advice for Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen. Maybe she's going to make one last attempt to stop her from moving in with Drew. Friday, April 11th, is Season 62, Episode 149, and Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, has to intervene with Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright. And this could be about Brennan, Charles Major, Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. It could actually be about Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy. I wonder if Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, realizes what's what but is in a situation where he's got to keep another secret. And it's Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, as a WSB agent, which he would not like. And he would be furious that Brennan, Charles Major, has pulled her in. Willow, Caitlin McMullen, is really shaken by something on Friday, and we're all still waiting for her to find out that Na and Drew Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, were doing the deed before she started doing the deed with him. Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, has a bonding moment with Danny Morgan, Asher Jared Antonisen, which is kind of interesting. Now he knows that she and his dad, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, are faking this baby stuff, but nonetheless, to everybody else, her baby would be Danny's little sister or brother. So I wonder if he's actually going to get attached to the kid. Anna, Finola Hughes, confronts Emma, probably about her shady prior arrests, and Kay, Jen's Austin Astrup, as some news that stuns Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali. I wonder if he's decided to go get that experimental surgery. The week of April 7 to 11 on General Hospital promises to bring an intense mix of drama, secrets, and emotional moments. Lucky Spencer, one of Port Charles' most beloved characters, finds himself entangled in a web of family loyalty and uncovering shocking truths. Meanwhile, Kristina Corinthos Davis is once again in the spotlight, with her life taking unexpected turns. As tensions rise, Jason Morgan, ever the protector, steps in to help steer situations away from disaster. This week's spoilers have everyone on the edge of their seats, as personal dilemmas collide with family ties, power struggles, and the quest for justice. Lucky Spencer is back in Port Charles, and his return is far from quiet. Known for his complicated history with his family, especially his father, Luke Spencer, Lucky is once again thrust into the midst of family drama. This week, Lucky uncovers a piece of information that has been hidden for far too long. His discovery sets off a chain of events that threatens to expose one of Port Charles' most vulnerable residents. Lucky's love for this family often makes him the perfect protector, but it also places him in difficult situations where he has to choose between loyalty to bring the truth to light could change the course of someone's life forever. And in a town like Port Charles, where everyone has secrets, the fallout promises to be significant. Meanwhile, Kristina Corinthos Davis is at the heart of her own set of problems. Known for being caught between her family's influence and her own personal desires, Kristina has always struggled to balance the two. This week, her past choices come back to haunt her. Kristina's relationships, particularly with her family, have always been fraught with tension. The stakes are higher than ever as Kristina faces a revelation that could completely alter her future. As her secrets start to unravel, she finds herself in a dangerous situation. Lucky's discovery might just be the key to unlocking what Kristina has been hiding. And if it comes to light, the consequences could be dire. Jason Morgan, ever the stalwart protector, steps in this week to try and manage the situation. Jason, whose life has been filled with choices that often put others first, finds himself stepping into another complex scenario. While Kristina's situation becomes more perilous, Jason is determined to ensure that her safety remains a priority. His intervention could mean the difference between chaos and resolution for Kristina. However, Jason is facing his own battles, and his ability to keep his head above water will be tested. As someone who's always tried to protect those around him, Jason's loyalty to his friends and family will once again be put to the test. Will he be able to save Kristina from the fallout of her actions, or will his efforts only complicate the situation further? As the week progresses, the tensions in Port Charles continue to escalate. Secrets are revealed, alliances are tested, and characters are forced to confront the past in ways they never expected. Lucky, Kristina, and Jason are at the heart of this week's drama. But they are not the only ones dealing with the consequences of their actions. The ripple effects of the decisions made this week will be felt throughout the entire town. As these characters face difficult decisions, viewers can expect moments of intense emotion, high-stakes confrontations, and unexpected twists that will leave everyone wondering what will happen next. For Kristina, the stakes have never been higher. Her past choices have led her down a difficult path, and this week, she must confront the consequences of those choices. The impact on her relationships, particularly with her family, is undeniable. Her father, Sonny Corinthos, has always had strong opinions about his children's lives, and this week, he may have to make some hard decisions regarding Kristina's future. As she faces her demons, Kristina's journey becomes one of redemption, growth, and perhaps even reconciliation. But will she be able to come to terms with her past before it completely consumes her? On the other hand, Lucky's discovery could have far-reaching effects on the lives of others in Port Charles. His relationship with his father Luke is strained, to say the least, but the truth he uncovers this week may force them to confront their fractured past. Luke's tumultuous history has always been a point of contention, and this new revelation could either mend or further damage their already fragile bond. Lucky's ability to navigate this family dynamic while dealing with his own emotions will be a challenge. As the truth comes to light, it's clear that Lucky will have to make some difficult choices about who to trust and how to move forward. Will this commitment to his family outweigh the need for justice, or will he risk everything for the sake of truth? Jason's role in all of this is one of the most fascinating aspects of this week's spoilers. Jason has long been known for his unshakable loyalty and his willingness to step in when others are in danger. However, his efforts this week could have unintended consequences. As he tries to protect Kristina, Jason may inadvertently end up complicating matters even further. His relationship with Sam Morgan, his own family dynamics, and his responsibilities as a protector of Port Charles will all come into play as he works to untangle the mess that Kristina finds herself in. His ability to keep his personal feelings in check while protecting the ones he loves will be tested. The emotional toll on Jason is palpable, and it remains to be seen whether he can balance everything in his life without losing sight of what matters most. The week ahead is full of promise, with plenty of twists and turns that will leave fans eagerly awaiting each new episode. The drama involving Lucky, Kristina, and Jason is just the beginning, and the ripple effects of their actions will undoubtedly shape the future of Port Charles for weeks to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.